game as well for a safe lane Abaddon. It's arguable you could go for, and it sounds a bit crazy, but Radiant's Abaddon here actually doesn't feel too bad as well. Like, if you do allow Lonfer to have this strong start, and he does farm something like Radiance early on, I don't think it's actually that bad.
Definitely an option, yeah.
A long duration up front with your ult. You can just burn through Refraction, shield no problem. The missed chances on Monkey King and TA feel awful. So I wouldn't mind that, actually. This is probably one game where I can say, yeah, Radiance Rush on safe lane, it's not bad.
And look at Poke here already, just laying down the law in the middle lane, saying, no, you will not get this this warding advantage. There is a sentry available on DQQ. I wonder if it's going to start this early, the Battle of the Sentries. That would be very interesting. I also feel very proud of myself if that was the case. But yeah, the Abaddon could go for the Radiance. Could also just go, if they want to find the temper, could also just go for Manta Blink. As a kind of somewhat more traditional build, and kind of give you that ability just to close the gap on the TA and then immediately kind of get on top of her. Stop her playing the game. Could be an option. Damage coming out onto Killer, but he's got that Scorched Earth as well, so he's no... oh my god, actually the Glimpse damage is too much. DQQ is going to be the first blood instead. Aaron's going to claim it. Not the ideal target to get the first blood on, but he'll take it.
You don't mind too much. I think a little bit of farm on the Hoodwink in lane does feel pretty impactful. And that first blood kind of sets a good tone here for the side of Poke. Like we talked about it, their lanes can feel a little bit stronger coming out here. Having this kind of start for IGV, not ideal, but not the biggest loss.
That was a really bad miss for Totoro. He missed the side blade onto the range creep. And that's kind of how you want to play this, is just get the range creep as quickly as possible. And yeah, rough start for the lane, honestly, for the TA. But
yeah, I mean, you can still kind of try to work out. Until level 2, 3, that's when small KK can feel bigger. Shadow Strike down, harass. You aren't going to be protected at all by your Refraction. There's no D-ward in that sentry mid, so you can't dodge out with your meld. So you don't have the counterplay that you'd want here for the TA, and your Clop should still have a stable time. I don't expect small KK to be bullied out too hard unless he just keeps copying these side blades. So as long as the alignment of Totoro is there, then he has some play. If not, small KK should just build up.
Yeah, so far so good. Overall towards the top lane, we've got Yuki on the Monkey King and SJ on the Jakiro. We're expecting big things from this lane. Now, IGV, I feel like this is the lane they really want to run over if they want to kind of come out into the mid-game on even terms, because I can't see this bottom lane going particularly well for them. And already, Tax is actually getting beaten down pretty hard. He's forced back under the tower. Won't be diving him here, but definitely sending a message to IGV, just showing their dominance. And Lonfer, look at this man. He cares not for towers. 1 minute into the game and he's just sitting under here, chilling, making sure that shield explodes and gets damage onto the both of them. Very efficient, very nice. Good plays.
Yeah, he knows how far he can push it. He still has a lot of charges up on his magic wand as well. So he's always got some burst healing if things get a bit dicey. And again, the lanes are just coming out so much better for Poke so far, like a strong start for Lonfer. Whether or not he wants to go for the Radiance or something like the Blink Manta still up in the air, playing it safe for the Phase Boots being queued up. And this is where the Nyx can kind of fall flat. It just doesn't feel like it's a hero that can harass too well. Sure, it has decent base regen, especially with his early ring of regen already up on DQQ, but he's not able to stop too many pulls. He's not able to really contest, and he's not really able to line up that much to shove away Lonfer here.
Just a useless crab.
Yeah. This here needs a touch up or two.
Yeah, needs a bit of spicing up, I'd say. I don't like the axe. A lot of people are like, oh, the axe is so cool. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's lame.
I think the axe is actually pretty impactful, but it's like, as a Nyx, you don't farm it fast enough. It just feels, oh, Ukio.
Down he goes. I remember when Nyx used to be very special, and actually they'd be able to get down SJ as well. So that's, well, yeah, that lane which is supposed to go really good for IG Vitality is, they just got double killed. Luckily, the stream disconnected, so we didn't get to see that awful series of events that just unfolded for IGV. So let's pretend it didn't happen. Things are still going great, as you can see in the top lane. IGV still on full health and mana. on both the Jakira and their Monkey King. Everything's going great up here, guys. Do not worry about it.
They got to reset. Playing into a Hoodwink with early Blight Zone just feels awful for a lot of supports. It's not fun for SJ, even Ukiyo. He has that early rate fan, so he's not under as much threat, but sure, you can run down a Doom with Jingu, but Scorched Earth level 2 does burn you for a significant amount of damage. And if you're not able to apply your magical harass onto that Doom, then it falls flat. You already have that early infused raindrop as well in Killa.
Bottom lane.
So the Reed Fire is not going to do as much.
Tax is going very aggressive here, but he's got to be a little bit careful. He's getting up the high ground, keeping his distance from the two of them, although Run Through That's still chasing. He's an aggressive little disruptor guy, that's for sure. I love how he's just walking in the fire with his aphotic shield. He's like, I'm immune to your fire. I'm going to make full advantage of this. TQQ, whoa, it's interestingly, he was just kind of chilling there for a bit. He's going to go for the TP out and will be successful in doing so. But up in the top lane, it is Yukio who goes down again. Killer looking for another one. He's not stopping. He's under the tower, and it's a double kill for the Doom. Oh, no. This lane, it's just gone to shit, to be quite frank.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Like, I like that Killa's making use of this envenomed weapon early on as well. Like, the healing reduction's pretty good to actually negate a lot of what you want to do with your Jingu. It's such a good solution to stopping the Monkey King from healing up. Like, not something you see commonly, but 75% regen reduction is nice.
That is nice. That's extremely nice. Huh. Yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a build he's taken. Now he grabs a Tornado as well, and he's got the levels to do so. That's a very cheeky one. Throw it on him. Throw it on him. Bone him. Well, blow him, I guess. That doesn't sound right. Tax dead down to the bottom lane. Fur's gonna get themselves another. Oh, these lanes, they are heating up, and you talked a lot about burning, and you're of course an expert on that, John X Fire.
Of course. Fire safety is very important. That's why my name's X-Fire. Make sure you check your extinguishers on hand, and if you do, well, you'll always have a solution for something like this sneaky bad rider who wants to set arson everywhere. It's rough for IGV.
I don't have a fire extinguisher in my home. What do I do, John?
Well, get a fire extinguisher. Okay. Then you're safe. Funny enough, I don't have one either, but I guess the Philippines is a little bit looser on that. Still,
you're crazy, dude.
What's not loose is this game for IGV. IGV, their only lane that's going good is the mid, and even then, Totoro doesn't have like this huge lead over small KK. So you're not really ahead in the way you'd want to be on the TA. Your timings for the death, so it can still line up, but you have to buy space out now with all of your heroes. And when you're behind with your Bat Rider and Monkey King, I mean, everyone's going to need to farm. Like, you will need that build-up, especially Tax. I think Tax is just going to have to dip into the jungle. There's some stacks made for him, so he can still flash farm into the blink, but you're losing your bot so fast.
Yeah.
Goddamn, Monfar.
Oh my god, it's already gone actually, and this was all because the Nick.
He is Radiancing Rush.
Holy crap. That's what he's going for. Yeah, this is all because DQQ wanted to go and rotate. He wanted to go and see what was going on. Maybe he could make some drastic plays to help turn these other two lanes around. I respect the attempt, you know, try and win two of your lanes, ditch one. They choose to ditch bottom, but unfortunately there's just like such a high momentum on poke that they were like, well, we'll just take the tower. We have an Abaddon. We can do that. No hesitation.
Stop him. Like, he even pockets the skill point in borrowed time. You can kind of just wait out, see if he needs it in an engagement first. And they're still applying that pressure on Ukio.
Yeah. And that might turn into more than pressure, actually, as they just continue to chase him down under the tower. SJ, he's got the dual breath available in just 1 second. They're going to need it. It does come through, but it's not nearly enough to keep Yukio alive, and SJ is going to fall as well. Another 2 kills up here. They've died collectively 6 times in this top lane on IGV. That is just not good.
It's really not. This is some space for Tax, some space for Totoro to keep farming mid. Tax now going to be clearing out those stacks. He is rushing into the drums instead, realizing that the blink's probably just going to take a little bit too much time. They'll have some ores to play with. SJ TP'd in.
Bongos to save you, I'm afraid.
I'm surprised Ronfu doesn't send him home. He saw that TP. They want the kill instead.
Yeah. I respect it. They want blood. They don't want to just send him back. They want to send it back in a casket.
He's gone.
Yeah. Tornado. The acorn. Actually, not even an acorn, just a right click. Finishes the job. So efficient as well. Like, Aaron's full mana. He didn't use a single spell. He's just like, yeah, don't need to. You're not worth it.
Yeah, doesn't need to do much there. They just knew they can run down Jakir. There's no counterplay. The side of IGV just trying to take what they can. Again, farming in lanes where they can still farm. Getting that build-up they'd want in the TA, but this lead from Poke is just overwhelming. Like, you've got a really good Radiance timing lined up for Lonfer. Still pocketing that 6. There's still no threat coming out from Tax here, although I do believe the drums are at least up, so you can try to run down, but no one's shoving out this Abaddon. No one's shoving out the Doom. I mean, it is to be expected. Like, you have Monkey King plus TA plus Batrider.
Yeah.
Like, these heroes need some initial farm.
And let's be clear, it is a bad Batrider game. You're playing against Abaddon, you're playing against Disruptor, you're playing against Doom, you're playing against Queen of Pain. Even the Hoodwink to an extent could be considered a fairly decent hero against Bad. Like, it's one of the worst I've seen. So I don't really know what he's planning to do. Banging up bungos all you like, my friend. Is Aaron trying to get up to the high ground here, but still being chased down? Maybe IGV find this one. Nice little jump to the low ground, though, with a sharpshooter, and now they can maybe look for the turnaround. Glimpse back onto Yukio. Yukio being forced into engagement he doesn't want to take anymore, but you come for the squirrel, you better not miss.
Yeah. And commit really hard to just try to find that support kill, but Aaron plays on edge, still survives through Totoro. Not safe here either.
Certainly not, no. The damage does not stop coming through from the side of Poke right now. Nice little stun coming up, but Killer's there with the Doom, and there comes a Sonic Wave as well. The Queen of Pain brings them down, and they're going to look for more. Killer's going to be the next target as he does drop, so they get something for the side of IGV. But Small KK can't quite finish off SJ here, so needs to back herself away. Meanwhile, Tax on the chase. In comes DQQ from the side as well. The stun is there. The glimpse comes back to try and give him the hand, the blink away. Small KK might just survive this one. Aaron and Small KK just running away on a sliver of HP. Neither of them leaving the other behind, and they do both survive. Another sad situation for the side of IGV as they are unable to secure the kill onto either the Hoodwink or the Queen of Pain.
It's a pretty big kill at the least. Oh no. They send Totoro home as well. So he has to run back to get some farm. Never TP in front of a Disruptor. He will send you back packing. 12-2. I mean, at least you found the Doom kill on Killa. You know, it's a good kill. It's a good amount of network going your way. I believe you do gain more than you lose there. For the side of IGV, it just comes at a massive cost that you really don't want to keep sacrificing your Monkey or your TA. Like, this time, Tax lives, but at this point, you just kind of want to try to gear up for a mid to late game timing, have your Monkey King NTA, have some impact with itemization, run from there. And one key issue is that, for some reason, Lonfer is still left alone. And so
Totoro in the middle lane. Once again, the help is coming through them. They're trying to turn around to Small KK, but a beautiful bushwhack onto 3 takes down Totoro. Don't know how Aaron found the snipe onto the key target in that one, but great aim there from the Hoodwink, and they're going to be able to bring down DQQ as well. Ranfu Dao does fall, but it's a very, very good trade for the side of Poke, and now they could look to really pressure this middle tier 1 tower. 4 heroes in the middle lane, so they'll even look towards SJ as well, but he'll get the 4-man just to get himself out.
Yep. Still gonna lose this mid with this movement out from Lonfer. Once you've got that Curse of Avernus up, it just doesn't take too long. And Lonfer is allowed to go for a 0-4-4 build at 8. He's pocketing still that borrowed time. Radiance, 300 gold away. I mean, the timings are lining up here for Poke. And for IGV, it's still a game of patience. Ukio now is trying to queue up the Midas. He will find the gold for it soon. There's a recovery plan in place, but they have to stem the bleeding somehow on IGV and just buy space out. The issue is you're buying space for 3 cores. Like, even your Batrider is just not set to go with just the drums. So you need to keep stalling. They will smoke out here.
Yeah, you really need this BKB on Tax to be super effective in this game. Has a long way off though, so they're going to try and make a play without it. I'll see Killer. Killer's going to be the target. This might work. Let's see. They've got the damage. The lasso being held for as long as possible. Will now use it just before he goes in for any kind of spell
Got
casting.
the mech.
Throws down the Doom, interestingly. Yeah, mech is available here from the Doom, and there's a shield coming out from Lonfer as well. And look at the retreat now from the side of IGV, but In fairness, if they can get away with the Doom being used and no one dying for it, they should be happy, but it is going to be DQQ that gets sniped. But nice little catch here from SJ, but again, Longfur just keeping his friend alive. Who says carries don't care about their teammates? Now Ranfo down with the catch here. That's actually glimpsed him back out of it, but that's fine because it's into the clutches of Longfur, who does bring him down. The Batrider eventually falls through the Doom, through the fire, through the flames, but does still fall.
Yeah, and they're holding on. At least, well, on Poke, like they're playing on the edge and holding on to their lives, IGV, and they're trying to find punish, and I appreciate the efforts. It is buying space for 2 cores, so Tax understands he has to be something like the sacrifice here, trying to connect with his Nyx, playing around with that Vendetta and trying to lasso someone down. It's just that there's no follow-through. Like, your Doom is so tanky. He just doesn't melt, and with the Vanguard up, he just healed so much. And with a mech up and running, he always has some flash heal on hand. And now, I mean, they've seen Lonfer. He's got the Radiance.
Yep. All
right.
Okay.
And some lag. But this game, it just feels so difficult to play into. Like, how do you run into the Abaddon with Radiance? Like, he's just going to be so effective against the physical output that you're trying to get down on IGV. Heck, even the right clicks out from Tax. Right, like he wants to kind of play with sticky napalm, amping up his damage. Outside of just Firefly running down, you're not even going to get that done for yourself as well. So it's a little bit rough for IGV. They needed a stronger start here.
Yeah, not going BKB on the bat, as you say, that's kind of crazy to me, but kind of shows the desperate position they're in. They can't really afford to wait around for a BKB. You know, he needs initiation. They need something to play around, and it will have to be that. TA so far behind as well. This is not what you want your 50-minute TA to look like. You want your 50-minute TA to look like she's about to be a 10k TA in like a couple more minutes.
Not even remotely close to that point. At least you have your Desolator up, but this is Desolator without your Dragonlance for stats, without a BKB, without anything else. Just Power Treads Desolator. So they're just trying to go for some physical burst if they can find that opportunity on the side of IGV. Straight for the blink next for Totoro. If they can find a pickoff on, say, 2 heroes here for IGV, they can still take Roche. That's where their lineup can shine with the Deso TA. Roshan is still a possibility, but finding that opportunity, finding those 2 kills, that's where the challenge lies.
Doom comes out. They're going to throw it down onto the Batrider just to prevent any kind of jump here, and now the glimpse comes out. Huge range on that to throw back Tax into death. Very chill, very nice kill. They won't be sieging this triangle, I don't believe, but they will be just taking that kill in the river and continuing to take over this map and pressure the 2 towers in the mid lane and the top lane. This is looking so bad for IGV.
They snagged that DD on small KK as well. The patience from Killa to hand that over to his Quap allows a little bit more presence out from small KK. They forced the fortify early as top is already being pushed in by Killa. And it just doesn't feel like you've got any solutions on IGV. Like, they're trying to run around. They have the right idea. Run around with Vendetta and try to get lasso off the back of that with your Batrider, but it's so hard to execute into that when all the heroes on IGV, all the heroes on Poker are just so durable.
Yeah.
Like, who do you even try to kill? Guardian Greaves fully up in Killa. An Abaddon doesn't care about being lassoed, and a Quap, even a Quap is durable enough with the Ogre Axe and Wraith Band up.
I like... These are so many heroes which hate playing from behind as well. Like, IGV is a very momentum-based lineup, same as last game, you know, but even more so this time around. TA wants to be ahead, Monkey King wants to be ahead, like the Batrider really wants to be ahead. Even Nick Sasson as well. You kind of want to be hunting for kills, not just kind of scouting and doing nothing, which unfortunately has been the case this game. And now, well, comes back. They're going to try and unlock onto the Templar Assassin here. She's getting very low, and they will bring it down. Totoro is gone. They're going to be able to take down Ronfu Doubt at the very least in response, but now IGV are the ones on the run. Tax, though, has been caught out. They're going to try and use the Wukong's command to get a little bit of a turnaround. There's nice stuns coming through, but in comes a shield, and they will just cut through DQQ and Tax with complete ease. Every now and again, it looks like they're about to find someone, but then those shields just come out, and you're like, never mind. Oh my god.
18 minutes?
Oof. That's a rough situation. That is a rough GG. And into the disconnects as well. Just everyone bailing as quickly as possible on this absolute train wreck of the game. The ship is going down and everybody...